today. In other news, officials at the Pacific Nuclear Research Facility have denied the rumor that a case of missing plutonium was in fact stolen from their vault 2 weeks ago. A Libyan terrorist group had claimed responsibility for the alleged theft.
Hey, Einstein, where's the dot, boy? Huh?
As always, we've got merch for the channel. We have our Nerd Creative range and our Stay Creative range. Links in the description. Get whatever you want. Creatives, how are you? Welcome or welcome back to the Nerd Creative channel. FANHOME, Build the Back to the Future DeLorean, part 43. In this video, we'll be completing issue 69 of the build. Grab yourself a coffee, sit back, relax and enjoy. So, with every stage of the build comes with a magazine and component parts. These are the component parts for issue 69. Let's have a look inside the magazine. So those are the components, step-by-step instructions, a couple of 4 pages of them. High Adventure. It was non-stop action for Michael J. Fox and the crew in the first weeks of filming on Back to the Future Part 3. Seamus McFly, A Family Resemblance. In Hill Valley, 1885, Marty McFly meets his great-great-grandfather. Fetch some water. We've got a hurt man here. And then here's a sneak peek of issue 70, which is quite a milestone for this build. And then we've just got the correct picture of all the components that come in this build. So, as you know, I like to make sure we've got everything that it says that we have here in here. So this is quite a big set of components as part of the external structure of the model itself. So I can already see one of the doors, the exterior doors. It's quite tricky to do these because they're kind of pressurized, so you need like 3 hands or 4 hands to try and got it. So the first thing we've got here is one of the exterior doors, which is metal. That looks really good. We've got door trim. We have a bolt, which is here. I'm going to make sure I don't lose it. We have 2 brackets, one here and one here. We have a wing mirror body, which is there, and a wing mirror support. We have a wing mirror. Got to be careful I'll get this out so I don't scratch it. And we have screws. We've got quite a few screws in this section of the build, which we will go through. Just checking I left nothing inside there. Let's get our screws sorted. AP screws, DM screws, NM screws, AM screws and JP screws. So let's get these. I'll get them cracked away off camera. So we've got our screws, we've got our screwdrivers, we've got our components, we've got our magazine. Let's begin. First thing we're going to be working on is the exterior left hand side door. We have this bolt here that has to go in, so we have to turn it over the other way around, and oh sorry, this way around. So I'm just going to check to see. There is a flat edge, and it's like a circle, but there's a flat edge, and it does correspond. So I'm just going to place it in there, like that, if I can. It's a little bit fiddly. Just turn it around until it slots in. Yeah. Just checking. Alright, try it this way. There, that's in place there. It's basically a keyhole. And it needs to be screwed in place. Oh, it fell out. So, yeah, there's only one way it seems to go in. So let's just try it that way. There, it's in. And it needs to go in with an AP screw. One single AP screw. I think it's got the flat end, so when you do screw it in, it does the bolt doesn't turn around, which makes perfect sense. There we go. Just get that screwed in place, because I know I can feel it under my finger. It's wanting to move. Let me just see if I can just get a better grip on it. Yep, there it is. You can see that. It's a keyhole. A key. Yeah, a keyhole. Yeah. Next thing we've got to do is we've got to get this strip here. And there is a little, I don't know if you can see. I don't know if I can show you on camera. There's two lines there that are embedded, and they're supposed to match up with this keyhole. Not keyhole, the indentation there, as you can see. They kind of match up with that, so you know which way around it needs to go. So I'm going to put that in place. And we've got to use 4 JP screws to attach that. It is looking more and more like a Delorean as opposed to any other type of car. So I just need to turn it over. So I'll start probably there in the middle. Actually, I won't start in the middle. I'll do the two ends so it's secured in place, and then I'll do the middle two. So let's just hold that there. Let's check in 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Start to screw that in place. Can't really see. Just put my finger there to hold it in place. I'm using the wrong screwdriver as well. It's gonna hold it. That's the first one in. I was using the Millennium Falcon screwdriver, which is a good screwdriver, but these ones have got like grips on them for the purposes. There we go, that's the second one in. So now that it's secured in place, it should be easier to put these two in. So easier, but they're not. There's still resistance. They keep the screws go through and the plastic bows out, and you got to fight to hold it in place until it's properly screwed in. But that's the challenge of this. It's all fun. There it is. It's our black strip in place, our trim. Next thing is we've got to fit these two brackets here and here. So we've got to flip the door over, and we're going to be putting them one here and one here, and they're going to be attached with AP screws. Sorry, AM screws. Let's get a couple of those out. The brackets are the same, so it doesn't matter which one you put where. Just load up the screwdriver. We gotta hold the door like this, because otherwise it just drops, because this side is heavier than this side. So I'm just gonna line it up like that. Make sure it's in position. That's one bracket in. Actually, it could do a bit tighter. See, I don't want to go too tight because it's a metal screw going through plastic. I don't want to damage the actual plastic part. So get this in place there, like that. Yeah, that's positioned. There's our two brackets in place. This is quite an exciting part. I'm going to put in the upper window in the door. Gonna give it a little wipe down in the dust. Okay, so I'm just going to lay it in place. There. And that gets attached with 2 NM screws. This is quite fun. I'm not going to tighten it until I get the second screw in position. Nope. Just a little bit of readjusting. They don't actually feel like they're going in. Yeah, that one's in. Tighten this one. That's very recognisable. Still got this one here to attach, but that looks really good. Looks really good. Our gull wing door. So the next thing we've got to do is we've got to get this wing mirror frame. So firstly we've got to get this. Just checking where it goes. So grab this and this, and that sits in there. Just checking, that sits in there. Like that. Yeah, sits there like that. And that's it, held in place with 1 JP screw. See if I can get this back where it's supposed to go. Like that. So you can hold it there like that. And just before I tighten it, I just want to make sure it's positioned properly. Yep, it's positioned. Just before I finish tightening it up. Our wing mirror there. So we've got to get our wing mirror glass. So I'm going to pull the protection off the glass itself and then peel this sticker off. my fingerprints all over it. I know that. I know that for a fact. Okay, so that just sits. There. I'm not going to be able to not have my fingerprints on it because I have to use them to press it in. Let me just give it a little clean. I can give it a proper clean later, but there we go. That's our wing mirror. And then we've got to attach the wing mirror on here. So we have a screw hole and a location peg or location lock, and we just need one AP screw to get that into place. And that screws just in there. There's our wing mirror in place. So the next thing is to turn the door over that, which I might be folding the wing mirror down like that. There, we need to put the interior in place. This could be fun. So we need to make sure that wire goes all the way out like that. And then I just need to make sure we're lining up all the holes. Yeah, I had to line it up a little bit off camera because it was a bit fiddly, but I've got it in place. I've got this weight on top to stop it from tipping over. Just checking that we've got it all lined. So I don't know if the screw holes are in the right place until I start screwing them in. I've got this weight on just as a counterbalance because just the way it is. That window keeps coming down. I don't know why. I don't want to have to unscrew it to find out. Hoping everything's in place. I think when the door handle winder is in place, it should tell me. But I don't know if we're not really going to be doing that in this video. Okay. Got to keep that counterbalance on there, or it's just going to tip over. I'm just hoping all the mechanism that's inside is where it's supposed to be. The screws seem to be going in okay, so I've probably lined it up properly. Might have to loosen this one and reposition it. It seems to be stuck. These three seem to be in the right place. And they're going to fully tightened. This one, I don't know what's wrong with it. It seems to not want to come out if it is in the wrong place. Let's get the counterbalance back there. If it won't come out, maybe it'll just go in. There. And that cable has to come up right up there like that, and that's it out. So there we go. It's the exterior door and the interior door there. I guess the handle will probably go here or here or here. There maybe, I don't know. But yeah, that's it there. That's it done. Just put the, just turn the mirror, wing mirror around like that. Got to turn it round again. I'm just going to lie the wing mirror down. So we've got to put the armrest in. I'm just going to try and test it. There's only one screw that goes in, and it's this one here. So these just slot in. Let's get them lined. Yeah, I've got them in the right place, but they don't seem to. Yeah, we just have to use a bit of brute force. So we're just going to put a screw down there. I don't think you can see. There's a hole just there. So we've got to put an AP screw down there. Make sure that this is crunched down. You have to stand up for this part so I can see the hole. I think this is just designed to cover up that hole somewhat. So we've got the kind of pull there. But yeah, that looks really good. The internal and external workings. Let me just zoom out a bit. Like that. So that's the so that would pull out like that. Gull wing. That looks really good. And then we've got the inside of it as well. That's not going to sit there. But yeah, that's the internal workings. And the external workings, and then we can just pull this wing mirror out to there where it needs to go. Yeah, I'm very happy with that. Just need to put some weight on it there just to hold it in place, but yeah. So that's what we should have at the end. We're gonna have to, of course, we're gonna have to build another one of these on the right hand side, but that completes issue 69 of the build.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine out of a Delorean?
I'd like to thank you for your company. I'll see you in the next video. Stay creative.